Pagan Shooter here. Sorry I haven't been on in a while to do a review or anything. Been a little busy, but I wanted to do a review of one of my new acquisitions, which is the Taurus, yes I like Taurus, TCP, the Taurus Compact Pistol, TCP, which is the PT738. This is in 380 ACP. It comes in just a standard box. Now they do have other packages that are a little different than this one, but this one comes in a standard box. This one, they all seem to be coming in the bags now. This one comes with a single magazine and the pistol. Now the pistol, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick safety check for you safety mongers out there. Empty. And comes with the pistol, your standard manuals, and obviously your Taurus keys. The key system, for those of you who don't know, in the Taurus, basically it acts like a lock, like you're locking up your car. You take the key, put it in the little spot here, you lock it, just like that, and the gun will not function. Can't pull the trigger, can't move the slide at all. So to unlock it, you just pop the key back in, turn it all the way back, functions just like normal. So it's an interesting little thing. So we're going to go ahead and concentrate on the pistol for right now. This one does come with a single magazine. They do come, like I said, with two. Some of the packages come with two, and the one that comes with two actually comes with a carrying pouch that you carry it like this on your side. Kind of an odd thing, but and it has a flap, kind of like a cell phone carrier. So this is a double action only. Which means you have a very long trigger pull to the final snap release. It is a hammered double action only. You probably can't see down in there, but there's a little slot in the back here, and when you pull the trigger, you can actually see the hammer come back. And then there's a little pin inside that it strikes, which forces the firing pin forward, which then sets off the round. It is not double strike capable, so you do have to rack the slide to pull the trigger again. There is no safety on it. It is a pocket pistol, and most pocket pistols don't come with a safety. However, it does have the slide lock open, just like most pocket pistols do. However, this one, unlike most pocket pistols, has a last slide or last round hold open, which is kind of an interesting thing for it. It does have a loaded indicator here on the side, which is kind of an interesting piece. So you can tell just by looking down it, you can see there's a little red piece that comes out on the side when it's loaded, and you can tell that it is loaded or has a round in the chamber. It is a 6+1, 6 in the magazine plus 1 in the chamber, plus 7 rounds. The sights are very minimalistic. Obviously, for compact or pocket pistols, you don't want large sights. So you do have a hard time getting a sight picture. However, usually with an emergency situation and you need a gun like this, you would just be looking down the top at your target. It is pretty small. It does fit right in the palm of my hand. It's very small. It only weighs about 10 ounces, which means the recoil on this is pretty bad. It does have a very high recoil. It is manageable, but it's not something that you're just going to take out to the range and go blow through a couple hundred rounds. In fact, when I first got this, I wasn't ready for it, and I went out to the range and I shot about 50 rounds. Well, for about a week my wrist was sore. Getting a little more used to it now. Breakdown of this is actually pretty easy. It's basically just sliding back the slide, pulling out the pin, obviously make sure it's not loaded, and then release the slide and just pull it off. Don't just let it go because it will go flying off. You have your guide pin and a dual spring system. It's actually 2 springs interleaved that ride right on that guide pin. And then you have a removable barrel, which seems pretty decent. I have seen where the some videos where they show the chamber doesn't actually support the round very well. I haven't experienced that, so I don't know anything about that part of it. That striker pin I was talking about, I don't know if you can see it in there. We'll try to get it a little bit closer so you can see, but there's a striker pin in there that actually is hit by the hammer, and then of course it forces the firing pin out the other side. The hammer I was talking about, you can see right there, and as I pull the trigger you can see it move a little bit. That actually, you can actually see that from the back of the gun when you're firing it. So to put it back together, obviously just slide the barrel back in, and the guide pin and springs just go right back in the way they came out, carefully. And then we're going to go ahead and slide this back on. Now, to put it back together, you don't want to slide it all the way back because then you'll have to fish the barrel forward. I normally just push on the barrel slightly, gently with this finger. And then I find my hole for the pin and push the pin in. Pin slides right in place. And it resets. Now, I did see a video where the gentleman was having some issues with the reset, where he had pulled the slide back, released it to about there, and then pulled the trigger. Now, I'm able to reproduce that with mine, and now it won't fire. However, one thing to remember is this was never made for that. This, pull the slide back, pull the trigger. If you hold the trigger and pull the slide back, you have to release it all the way forward, and then it resets and you're ready to fire again. I don't see that as too much of a problem. It was not designed for a short release like that. This is not a Glock. This is not a full-size weapon. This was designed for pocket pistol, quick access, and quick self-defense. You take it, put it in a pocket holster, and slide it in your pocket. Really small, really tiny, and it basically is a quick access. Other downsides: very high recoil. It's literally feels fake. The first time you pick it up, it's so light it feels like it's not a real gun. But once again, it's not something that you're going to take out to the range and fire on a very regular basis. The slide actually has a pretty good feel to it. You can grip it really well here. The grip actually feels really good. It has the memory spots that Taurus likes to put on its weapons. Thumb fits right in there really well. The slide rides rather high, so the chance of getting slide bite is minimalized. However, like I said, the recoil is something to consider. Taurus itself has a bad name because of all the years that it had neglected its customers and its quality. However, I think from what I've seen of the Tauruses that I've purchased, it's actually coming back. Taurus TCP PT738. It's a decent gun. Check it out.